Alright, I got a ballistic gel test for you today in 30 Super Carry. I'm going to test the Federal Punch next to the Federal HST. There's a look at the punch for you. 103 grain. HST. 100 grain bullets. So your punch is just 3 little grains heavier, but what I found interesting, the velocity, they're only advertising 1130 feet per second for the punch, whereas the HST quite a bit more at 1250. So we're going to put them into my Nox 10% ballistics gelatin here. I'll have 2 blocks set up. BB calibration today is coming in right at 2.95 inches for us. Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, I'll throw up the barrel specs there. I forget off the top of my head, but this is the firearm we'll be using. So I'm going to start off bare block, and then I have some t-shirt and denim layers up there as well. We'll get the penetration depths, and then when we're done, we'll extract. We'll also get expanded diameter and retained weight. Alright, here we go, starting out with the bare block. I'll send the punch in first, followed by the HST. Watch this thing roll right out the side and hit the ground. I did not see this until editing. Oh man, that punch. And right there it is, and I did not see it because I am blind. Just a little too high. The trigger surprised me a little. It went off a split second before I expected it to. Nice wound cavity there, though. There are no splits until down here where it exited. So all that was contained. So none of that is exacerbated because it split. So that is a freaking nice wound cavity there. Ah, of course. And we missed the HST out the side, but there's the wound cavity from that, which looks amazing as well. So if you didn't get both angles, you'd be like, wow, the HST did way better. But that's just because the splits on it seem to go up and down compared to the splits on the punch went left and right. Although I will say, you see the right side here, there's not really a whole lot. It's just that one bloom there on the left. There's the entries. You can see the entry has more disruptive damage on the HST there. So it does indeed look like the HST did more damage. So I don't want to come too far over because I want to save room over here for the denim tests and such. So I'll try to come just a little over and lower on that one, and a little over on the HST. So we'll do a punch HST roughly about here and hopefully get captures this time. Well, I'm not too worried about seeing the wound channels because we already saw what they look like. Because I screwed up the punch shot again a little bit, and the HST went right where I wanted it. There, side by side, they look pretty similar, at least those two. And got 2 captures, so we got each of them. So our punch here is a little more off to the right, and she's sitting there at about 12 inches. These are 12-inch blocks, and then our HST came in just to the left of it there, and right there's the HST. Got about another inch of penetration there, so the HST is sitting at about 13 inches. Alright, so I'm going to throw the denim on here, and we'll try through the 4 layers of denim first. If we have failure or greatly reduced performance through the denim, I'll go ahead and try maybe 2 layers of t-shirt, or maybe a layer of denim and a layer of t-shirt, but we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to 4 layers of denim, try that first. I got to say, so far I'm pretty impressed on what it did to the bare block. Those are nice large wound cavities there, and we got the minimum 12 and 13 inches of penetration there, so that's enough penetration as well. Maybe not for some of you guys that like 15, 17, 18 inches, anything like that, but it met the industry standard 12 inches of penetration minimum. But let's pop them through the 4 layers of denim here and see what happens. Alright, let's see what we got. For some reason I keep pulling the first shot, which is the punch. And I pulled that one too. I don't know, maybe my sights are off or something. Now I gotta see what that, okay, denim. So that was my first shot, that was the punch. And then that was the HST just now. So our punch, I did see we captured, it's right there. Mostly expanded. HST would be this one right here. And where's this guy? That one's right there. Let me get the tape measure out real quick, get a depth on these. Again, these are about 12-inch blocks, so it looks like 14 something, 15 something, but I'll get it 100% here for you guys. All right, so the punch through the denim, depends on how I hold the camera, that looks about right though. About 14 1/4, a little over. And then the HST down here through the denim, that guy's sitting at about 15 1/4. So both of them do appear to have a decent amount of expansion, at least, no doubt slightly reduced compared to the bare block, which is why we got a little further penetration, because the expanded diameter is not going to be as large, thus not quite as much drag to slow them down and stop them shorter. But they're actually fairly close to the same depths of the bare block. I think they got about an extra inch each. So we got all this untouched block over here. Hopefully I can make better shots this time. We'll just go ahead, and since 4 layers of denim is no problem for this, which I'm actually really pleased. I was a little bit worried because I've seen some 9mm 40 and 45 fail through 4 layers of denim, and I was concerned with this being a even narrower projectile that maybe the denim would cause them to fail, but that's not what I'm seeing. So I'm stoked about that, because this is my new carry piece. So we'll come over here and do one more of each and see if the results are repeatable. All right, that time I definitely got a good shot. Put the punch where I wanted it, but what about the HST? All right, good enough. Punch, HST. There's from up top with the punch. HST off to the side, looking about the same. Actually, it looks like the punch did a little more damage there through the denim, at least on those 2 shots, because our HST was doing more, at least in my opinion, through the bare block than the punch did. But these 2 at least, looks like punch did a little more. Oh wow, that's nice expansion. There's your punch, and there's the HST. And this time the punch actually went just a hair further than the HST. So I mean, pretty consistent overall. You can see all our bullets are grouping right in here, even through the bare gel. You got one right there, but the rest made them in there. So, and yeah, those are beautifully expanded. So 4 layers of denim, no problem for the Federal Punch or HST in 30 Super Carry. I'm excited to get these out and see what they look like. Just wanted to show you guys these up close before we get to weighing and measuring. So in order, left to right. First is the punch and then the HST for each shot we took. So this first group here is obviously through the bare gel, punch on the left, HST on the right. And then there's the first set through the denim, punch on the left, HST right. And then there's our last set that we shot, again through the 4 layers of denim, punch on the left, HST on the right. I gotta say, a little crazy with the HST being the premium offering, but through the denim, it does appear that the punch, slightly larger expanded diameter, which is why I think, at least in that last pair there, you know, it looked like the punch did a little more damage. It looks like, you know, you can see those pedals sticking out a little further there than with the HST, so that's doing a little more damage through the denim there because of that. Alright, sorry about the shadow here, but I'll read them off to you guys. I don't know what you can see through the camera there. I got to kind of stand where I am so you can hear me over the mic. Wow, that wind is really messing with this. So this is a reloader scale. It's meant for measuring, you know, little tiny grains of powder. So when it's breezy, you'll see it flicker a lot. See, it just did it there again. So when it's windy like it is now, sometimes we fight with that a little bit, but it's usually not more than like a fraction of a grain difference. Well, it's all over the place. We got like 8-9 mile an hour winds there. It went back to 0. As you there, it's flickering. Usually not too bad once the bullet's on it. Anyways, the punch. Now keep in mind, all these have a little bit of gel trapped under the pedals there, but the gel's not very heavy, obviously. So the punch through the bare block, 100 on the dot, 101.7. It's flickering on me a little bit there. That said 100.8 right before I went to take it off. So again, I'm having the issue with the wind, but basically you can see there, we got 100 grains, so that is 100% weight retention. It's actually a tad over. And then the HST through the bare block, 97.8 out of a, oh sorry, these are 103s and these are 100s, so we lost just a tad off each. That came in 97.5 out of a 100 grain bullet. 101 roughly out of a 103 grain bullet for the punch. So the first set through the 4 layers of denim, the punch, 105.2, so that picked up weight, so must be the gel under it. HST through the denim, 98.65, so that lost a little weight, but again, I mean, these are still very close to 100% weight retention. And then the second set through the denim here, the punch, 103, 102, it's flickering because of the wind. And then the second HST through the denim, 99.5. See if I can get some expanded diameters without knocking the camera over here. That's going to be a little difficult. Punch through the bare gel, 0.518, so practically 52 caliber there. These are 0.312, by the way. HST 0.513, so 0.518. If I turn it there, I got a 0.546. I wonder if I can do that with the punch through the clear. 0.535, so almost identical expansion there through the bare block. Now here's the first shot through the denim of the punch. 0.58, so 58 caliber that way. I don't know if I can get it any better. 0.584, so 0.599, so 58, 59 cal on the punch through the denim. And then the HST, 0.58, so again, very close. That looks like about the best angle for me to get 58 cal on that one. And then the second set through the denim, the punch here, that's the best angle right there. 0.603, so that one made it to 60 caliber because of that one left pedal hanging off a little further there. And then the second HST through the denim, this one looks a little smaller. Yep, 0.557. So, and you get a little more that way, 0.563. Alright, what do you guys think? I think it's pretty dang good performance, especially out of the punch there, only being like 292 foot-pounds of energy. I mean, that just blows 380 out of the water. I mean, every single one of these, it performed like your standard 9mm, like say at Hornady XTP, for example, even Gold Dots, you know, it's very, very, very similar to 9mm. I think with 9mm you might get a little extra penetration because the bullet's generally a little heavier. So if you want a little more penetration, then I could see why you might, you know, say 9mm is better there. But these things performed awesome even through the 4 layers of denim. So like I said, that's my new carry piece, so I'm stoked that these worked fantastic. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I forgot. If you guys want to see a review video on that, I'll put a link in the description to that. I also forgot to bring out, I'm going to be testing more 30 Super Carry ammo that I already have, so it'll be coming up shortly. In the next 30 Super Carry gel test, I'm going to test, I have some Remingtons. These are all hollow point defense loads, so a Remington, Hornady, and Spear coming up in the next one. If you guys want to get yourself any of the products you see me using in the videos, like my shooting glasses, ear muffs, little scale, micrometer up there, even the Nox gelatin I use, target stand, paper targets, steel targets, and more. Links in the description for all that. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I hope to catch you on the next one.